Yo, what's up? It's me, your boy, Webweaver, and welcome back to another brand new episode of World of Horror 2017, DD15. So here's the deal, okay? I've actually tried to record this episode a few times today, but to be honest with you, I wasn't really feeling it because the episodes... Like, one of the episodes that I tried to record, it was like 30 minutes of failure trying to get the blue gem riddle. And then I'm like, alright, you know what, let's just play the game properly and, like, actually do a run. And I this is not a meme. I encountered the headless mannequin, like, 5 times. Because I was doing a mystery that had the school. I was doing mermaids. You have to go to the school several times. I deadass encountered the aspiring model, like, 5 times in one episode. And, you know, like, maybe I would catch it here or there, and then it's like, okay. Then it's like, oh, you know, you gotta do it, like, 3 times in post because you only censored it twice with the profile icon, and just like, brother, get me the heck out of here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a proper run, and I do want to say real quick, I did do the school and the seaside events for the alien thing, like for getting the blue gem riddle, and then I completed the mystery. It didn't do anything. So I'm gonna keep grinding for it to see if I just got, like, unlucky in the forest. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do those 2 things, and then I'm gonna beat the game to see. But this is gonna be a proper run. We're gonna take a look at Mizuki and how maybe she can make things work for her in the World of Horror difficulty. And we'll put on a backstory. We'll put on Birthmark because that sounds interesting. It's something that World of Horror, the base game, doesn't have. And so yeah, it's a real run for real gamers, and we do have to be quick because my eyebrows are at risk, which is a little bit of an inside joke. But basically, the idea is that if I miss a day of World of Horror, my eyebrows will be taken from me, which is quite terrifying. And honestly, it's scarier than this game, The Lighthouse, and Inscription all in one. So here we go. We're gonna travel. So basically what I want to do, and we're gonna be careful here, because I swear to God, if I see that enemy screen, there's only, like, 1 enemy in the school, right? Besides this enemy right here. Check out the lockers is exactly what we wanted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to additional actions, we're gonna shop for an item, and we're going to buy either the camera or a weapon. And we're gonna buy the weapon, because who knows if we actually get into combat or not. Although this does kind of suck because we might get a weapon in the process here. But we could, honestly, since we have the steak knife now, we could just look for a first aid kit instead, so that's perfectly fine. But what we want to do is that we want to get 4 funds, and then we want to buy the camera. That's what we want. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, sometimes it is 3% doomed to shop, and sometimes it is 5% doomed to shop. I don't know why. Is it a thing that Namie does? Is it something that Mizuki does? Is it something that Ifutsu does? I don't know, but I was playing on one of the episodes that I just decided to scrap because it was bad. We had 5% doom, and then, like it says here, and then on the other episode, it was, and like it is now, it's 3% doom. So if it's a Mizuki thing, then that does make Mizuki probably one of the best characters in the game. Like, just absolutely, that does make Mizuki one of the best characters in the game, because you do have to fish. Don't do it, thank you. This is a charisma check, though, so we should be able to do it, right? Like, realistically speaking, we have 9 charisma. You love to see it. The lump of flesh is fantastic, yo. That's incredible. Definitely worth the risk. Okay, so this is an enemy. So here's the thing. She's got one dice, and we've got 1d plus 2. Because we have the camera. So that we should just be able to dab on her, like, just instantly. It's that easy. Like, when you've got a +2 on somebody, like, it's just, you can just steamroll them. Now, we have 9 charisma again, so we might as well just go for it. And you might be thinking, like, okay, why do you think, like, if all you have to do is go to the school until you get 4 funds so that you can buy a weapon and then buy a camera, or if you get lucky, you can just buy the camera because there's a possibility of getting the steak knife. Why is Mizuki the best character? Well, Mizuki's the best character because I'm pretty sure she always starts with Namie. I don't think I've ever seen her start with anybody who's not Namie. So she's got 5 strength, which admittedly is not actually that useful. Like, strength isn't that useful in this version because there's no brace for impact, right? Strength is exclusively for strength checks, so it's not really important. She's got 7 dexterity, which, if we're still going on the D12 system, which I think we are, above average. Perception, above average. Knowledge, average. But the charisma stat being 9 is really, really good. So you can do things, and because, like, some of the best mysteries to do are mysteries that have charisma checks, and the only other world location in the game has a charisma check, I think that Mizuki might be one of the stronger characters. That was a waste of an investigation, by the way. That was a huge misplay. Will that cost us the game? It actually might. We wanted to take stamina damage there, but we have we have 10 charisma. We have a 10 charisma and we failed. That is, like, you hate to see it. Plus 4% Doom as well, you also hate to see that. So, the interesting... How did we... I'm so confused. But if we can go to Coma again, that's what we want to do, because we could potentially grind for more allies. But Abnormal Arms... So, in both of the episodes that I scrapped, because, again, they were bad, Abnormal Arms is actually a good mystery to do. And it might actually be better than Coma, but for Mizuki, I think Coma's the best, because you have a lot of charisma checks that you're not guaranteed to do. I kind of wish that was the cadaver, I'll be honest with you. Like, would you rather have... Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, thank you. Would you rather do... There's no Jar of Blood Man, so we don't really care, right? We'll just take the healing when we can get it. Do we have an injury? No, we don't. How's our Doom doing? 34% Doom? This game is so weird with Doom, right? Like, I don't know how to read it yet. Like, I genuinely don't. Like, sometimes I think it's terrible, and sometimes I think it's perfectly fine. Like, you can go through a lot of this game at higher Doom levels. Like, it's not, like, basic World of Horror. So, I mean, we should just be able to send her. It's just that easy. We rolled a 7 twice in a row. I think there may or may not be something wrong with the game's RNG. I don't know if you've noticed. I definitely haven't. So, we can also get, like... I wish that we could see Doom at the same time we could see everything else, because I'd love to see how... whatchamacallit, our backstory... which I don't think we can reference here, but our backstory is every in-game day, it has a random chance of lowering or raising reason. And I don't know the odds on that. So, oh, that's different. That's different art, actually. Lump of Flesh is different? Huh. It's a lot weirder. So we don't have a... I mean, this is just stamina if you fail it, so there's, like... You genuinely don't really care. Right? Like, if you fail it, -2 stamina, who cares? Not me. Oh my god. Like, I think the camera... I don't think you can play the game without the camera. Right? Like, the actions on the right, they lower the enemy's chance of... You get an additional die against ghost enemies, improved resting at home, +1 funds for each existing ally. I mean, an additional die against ghost enemies makes the school a lot safer when you're fighting, like, Toilet Ghost, but I think Toilet Ghost might literally be the only one here, so we'll take Hot Bath if it lets us choose. It did. Thank you. And what we'll want to do is, in case we need to heal, like, I'm perfectly fine with this, because we can just skip through this, and if we get it again in a row, that'd be, again, perfectly fine. Okay, so, once again... Oh! We got dabbed on there. Now remember, she heals, so that's why we had to hit her for a third time. Now, again, I don't really know how this works, but it does, right? So... there's nothing that we really have to worry about. So how are we doing? 59% Doom Mystery 4. We're going to the 4th Mystery. Maybe? Like, I mean, I don't really want to do any of these, to be honest with you. So we'll just do Coma again. Because I think it's a really good rotation for Mizuki specifically. So, we can buy a coffee, why not? I never understood, right? Like, is that a commentary on coffee? Because I thought, like, from people who drink coffee, they say, like, oh yeah, it's a great pick-me-up. It's like, if it's a great pick-me-up, then why doesn't it do anything in the game? Because that's my only frame of reference. Because I have never drank coffee before. You may not believe that, but it's true. If I've ever done caffeine, I have been unaware. And I've certainly never asked or purposely drank something that had caffeine in it before. And I'm one of those weirdos who reads the ingredients of things that you buy at the store. So I know what I may or may not be like I know I'm not drinking caffeine from, like, a thing that I buy. Not that I think that orange juice or apple juice would have caffeine in it, but you never know, right? Okay, let's mix it up. Let's go Abnormal Arms, just for fun. Just as a treat. And we're just gonna go through it. Please stop giving me Illusion Shattered. I'd really appreciate it. Let's see, 77% Doom? No, we're perfectly fine. If we can just get to the end of this, we're completely fine. A quick jog around the block. That's absolutely incredible that we, A, succeeded the strength check, and B, that we, like, here's the thing, we could succeed the dexterity check, but it's not worth it. We will search the room, and we will get a steak knife, which is completely worthless, by the way. Maybe the mansion could be a good place to go. Maybe the mansion could be a good place to go as, like, a potential location to start grinding, but... Alright, we've done it. We've beat the game as Mizuki, and we'll try to, like, periodically, I think I'll just attempt and try random stuff for the, whatchamacallit, the blue gem riddle, to see if I can figure it out on my own. If not, I can maybe call in a lifeline. I don't know if I want to, though. I don't really want to bother them, but maybe I'll call in a lifeline. But we'll try for now, because there's more things that I can try. So until I can realistically say that I've exhausted my options, I'm not going to think about calling in that lifeline. But with that being said, I think what we're going to do for the future is we're just going to try to beat the game with every character on... We're going to try to beat the game with every character on... I was going to say Harbinger of Doom, but no, World of Horror. And also what I think is very interesting is that this art piece, like, we're so used to seeing it. That's not a humble brag, by the way. It's just that over the course of almost, we're closer to episode 500 than we are to episode 400, right? So, but not by much, but still. So, here's the thing, right? Like, we've seen this a lot, okay? So it's not something that we're not used to seeing. But the thing is, there is no lighthouse in this version of the game, right? There's no lighthouse. There's no final act. It's just, you win, right? Like, you complete the 5th mystery, and you instantly win. And so I'm thinking to myself that either the lighthouse was planned in advance, like, the lighthouse must have been planned in advance, right? because this is something that we see in World of Horror, the current game. Like, this is one of the endings you can get, obviously without the text, or at least different text, because I mean it's pretty much it's the same in like style, I guess you could say, but like it's the lads and the lasses just hanging out. And of course, with our headcanon, Mimi or Moriko is in the lighthouse over there actually saving the world, and this is just some, like, Persona-looking-ass group photo. But, yeah, thanks for watching. I know this is a bit of on the shorter side, but listen, I gotta protect my eyebrows here. Also, it's just a clean Mizuki dub, right? Like, we've beaten the game as Koichi, we've beaten the game as Mizuki. I guess following from left to right, for the lineup, we'll beat the game as Aiko next, then do Kairi, and then finish with Haru. Of course, this comes with the asterisk of the moment, like literally the moment the update comes out, like all bets are off. Like you might get a bonus episode here or there of this, but nah. The moment the update comes out, that's the priority. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. My name is Webweaver, and I hope you're all staying safe out there. And I know that my eyebrows are hopefully still on my head. Maybe this is something that will age poorly, but hopefully not. And I still am not so sure about what the cults versus the core is. But let's actually see. I think on one of the episodes that I discarded, we were playing as Mizuki. I got paranoia. I killed Namie Osaka. And then I got an unlockable. So let's see what that is. If there is, like, traitor, backstab, flare gun unlocked. Okay, so the flare gun is something that exists in this game. And I think we even saw that when I was at the shop. And I had already looked at it earlier in one of the scrapped episodes. So I was like, who cares, right? But the flare gun, it's a one-use item that does 1 damage or 3 damage to an eldritch entity, so that you know that that's how it works. Also, I did the cassette player as well, which I'll probably go over this stuff in the next video too, because I shouldn't have waited for the end. But the cassette player, if you're curious what that does, I only did cassette A, admittedly, because I died before I could get another one. But cassette player is 3 funds and a B slot, and cassette player A, or cassette A, I should say, is 3 funds, and it's a one-use item. It gives you, when you discard cassette A, because using it discards it. When you discard cassette A, it gives you plus 10 EXP and minus 1 reason with the flavor text, "That was scary." So I'll probably run through it on video at some point, but I just completely forgot about that, and that's a little cool tidbit I could throw in there. So let's just go on over the achievements again. Knowledge is key, experience boost, 24 hours pass after completing a mystery, bonus experience for completing a tireless, alright. And then there's just this ghost achievement, right? What? Type character lock, defeat a human enemy with a weapon, successfully run from... What do you mean? What do you mean there are 4 characters? Are you crazy? Excuse me, there are ghost achievements up here? Hello? Okay. That's something that I'll look into later. I didn't even know there were ghost achievements here. I didn't know pixel hunting was on the table. Hello? But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye.